bunch of enemies and then die and then respawn. Because that was just like the, our level of gaming ability at the time. But it was really all to get to the like warthog part of the very last. It was just like, hello everyone.
Hello. Don't mind us talking about Halo.
Yeah. I don't remember, how did we get into Halo?
Because Dan's favorite game is Halo. That's how we got here.
Hello everyone. We're here mostly to talk about boost boxes. We launched them last week. We didn't get to do a live stream about it because,
life and
life
snow.
happens. There was snow. I wasn't able to come in, so we didn't do it. But we're doing boost boxes again this year. There are two tiers. There's a $300 tier and a $700 tier. What's the value, sort of estimated value of each of those? Do you know?
Yeah, so for the $300 tier, it's going to be $350 plus, at least a minimum of $350, and for the $700 tier, it's going to be $800.
It's a nice way to get a discount, but it's also a really nice way for us to like tailor the box to you. It's sort of our boost boxes are sort of our mystery box. It's a mystery what you will get, but it is not random. It is based on your interests. It is based on your purchase history and things that we think will pair really nicely with stuff that you already own. So that's what boost boxes are about.
Yeah, I had my first picks today because we already got a bunch of orders in, and so kind of elaborating a little bit on what David said, really we're going in, we're looking at your order history, and if you leave us any little tidbits or notes of what colors you like or certain collections that you like, we're actually sitting down, and like I had a few people where I was sitting down and just looking at our collection and trying to match that to your interests, which I think is pretty cool. Spend a little bit of time kind of getting to know you guys on Discord too and through the community, kind of hearing little sneak peeks of what you like, and then actually picking the items based on you. It's not like an algorithm or just like a quick toss something random in their box. Like we're actually going through it like, what would they like? And write a little note so you kind of get a little explanation of why I picked what I picked or somebody picked what he picked, and it's fun.
Yeah, we all sort of, or most of the team sort of participates. They get one or two, and you split them up a little bit. So it's always been a fun thing for us to do. I think it's something that's really enjoyable. And this year we're doing a slightly different sort of big version, which is the auction.
Yes.
We are auctioning off 3 boxes. We just finished one of the auctions yesterday. When's the next one start?
Monday. Yep.
Each of these 3 boxes, I will be personally choosing what goes in there. I think, and there's so it'll be a little nice. It's a higher tier. The estimated value of the charity box is about $2,000.
Yep.
And the charity is all the money that goes towards this. All the money that comes in for this box. The reason we're auctioning it is just to get money into this charity, which you should be talking about.
I know the most about this charity. It is the Muscular Dystrophy Association, or the MDA, and the MDA Let's Play. A little bit of backstory into like how I'm involved. My father has a neuromuscular disease that has made him a paraplegic, and this organization has really helped my family strongly and has helped a lot of folks. I'm involved with the MDA Let's Play also directly, where they create video gaming and arts programming for kids and adults, mostly kids, to like give them a space, which is really cool. It gives them a space to game, it gives them a space to just like have a community and like constant things going on, and like there's been a lot of kids that say like, hey, I feel normal, like I feel like I have a group of friends that like understand what I'm going through with these neuromuscular diseases. So all the money,
and who also play games.
And who play games, exactly. Like nerdy kids and adults that like want a place to be and, want to talk about, or want to relate to people who are in a wheelchair or maybe have certain neuromuscular diseases. So it's a really cool community. Yeah. And I'm so stoked that we get to do these charity auctions for them this year because they deserve it.
So when we were talking about what we could do with the boost boxes this year, the charity option came up, and Sarah argued for this, and we were happy to join to do that. there's so many good charities out there, and it's hard to choose sometimes, like
Oh, yeah.
which one. They all, you know, many of them do great things and are really good, but so this one was an opportunity for us to do something that's somewhat close to home and also related to sort of the general gaming nature
Yeah.
of Volante Design. So it was all, so we're excited to raise some money for that charity.
Absolutely.
I'm sure people have noticed, I see Dan over there, who's sort of grinning at us, but I'm sure people notice we're in sort of gaming attire, because today, so we've got our Devil May Cry jacket, and I'm wearing a jacket that I made sort of inspired by Helldivers. Today's the Game Awards, and this is a gaming-related charity, so we figured we would just be a little bit fun with that.
And we're nerds that have been talking about the Game Awards all day on Discord, so,
And,
so
and
we
whether
had
or
to
not
pay.
they're a good thing, and what, you know, whether or not Jeff Keighley's, whether or not they're
We won't even
rigged,
touch
like,
it.
what is Jeff Keighley doing? Doesn't matter. It's what I'm excited about with the Game Awards is always just the trailers.
Yeah.
That's what I always loved about E3.
Mm-hmm.
It was just
R.I.P.
like R.I.P. We have the Summer Game Fest now. It's diminished. It's
Something.
yeah, E3 was like so, when it was centralized, and it was just like, this is going to be E3 every day, and they're all in the same place, and it was like, that was really cool. Doesn't happen anymore, but we still get at least a couple of trailer fests a year.
Yeah.
Got some questions.
Sure.
First question is, are only in-stock products included, or are extra goodies sometimes included in the boost boxes?
We do sometimes include things that are not currently on the website. We also, I mean, I want to say, so I can't be quoted on this because I don't always do, but I want to say sometimes we'll include things that are in rare finds or things like that. More on the rare finds things than the oddities thing. You know, if it's truly damaged, we won't just send you something that's damaged in a boost box. But you know, so that's kind of the idea. We will sometimes connect you with things that we think will fit you, especially or that also may have no other home. Like this is an opportunity for us to like find the Goldilocks for an item that is looking for a home.
Absolutely. Yeah, there are little goodies that'll usually make their way in. Of course, we had a video just get posted from our friend Jennings Brower today. I forget if it's Bauer or Brower. And he got a little mug. So I know some of you guys have been asking about the mug. Go look at the video if you want to see what the mug looks like.
Or like the play mat or something like those kinds of things. We'll get in there as an extra special little gift.
But you don't get to know which one you get. That's kind of the whole purpose of it. It's a nice surprise.
And let's see, someone asked, Mr. Volante, what jacket are you wearing?
I mentioned this before, and I thought about this before I came on. We were talking about the Game Awards, and it was like, well, we don't have anything that's inspired by anything that's nominated this year. And I was like, except for this, which is inspired by Helldivers, and is not relevant because we have no intention of making this jacket. It's a terrible thing for me to be wearing, but I get the opportunity to do that.
It's a custom that you've made for yourself.
Yeah, but it was also a good opportunity for me to test some like ideas like this. There's a pocket design here that is different from what we've done before. So it was, this jacket was like, I had a bunch of ideas I wanted to do, and the trappings of the like design lines, it was just are Helldivers inspired. So that was like, it's kind of my jacket, but like a jacket that had like a bunch of ideas in it. It's hard to describe, but that's what this is.
Fun excuse to wear it.
It was a great excuse for me to stir up some trouble.
I feel you at least on the point of like, obviously Devil May Cry is not in the Game Awards unless I'm missing a category.
There hasn't
but
been a Devil May
it's-
Cry game since 5, which I think was 6.
That's a long time ago, yeah. But I'm like, you know what, it's the Game Awards night, so you know, get something different,
Yeah.
gaming related in the
Maybe
gaming
there will.
space.
Maybe they'll announce a new Devil May Cry tonight. Probably not.
Probably
I feel
not.
like we would have heard about. I would have heard about that. But I always feel that way. I feel like if I have the license and I have an NDA signed with like a video game company, I should get some information,
But you mean
especially further than 3 months out before the launch, so that I can make a product.
that would be nice. But What are you excited to hear about tonight for the Game Awards? A
I
little
think-
off topic for Boost Box.
Yeah, so somebody mentioned GTA, and I am not excited to hear about GTA because I don't care what the trailer just says. I don't know, like I don't need to know anything about that game because I know that when it comes out I will buy it. Like it's one of those like I didn't need to see trailers for Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, you know what you're getting.
It's a Zelda game. I'm gonna buy it. Like who needs a trailer? Just launch it and give it to me.
I feel like that's just GTA in general. It's like,
I-
there are gonna be cars,
I don't-
there are gonna be
I don't-
guns,
I don't-
you're gonna punch someone. Like, what else do you need to know?
I don't personally associate myself as somebody who plays GTA, but I do know that we'll put at least 100 hours into that game. Like,
I don't have a problem, you have a problem.
yeah, it's not, for me, like, Rockstar in general is not like, oh yeah, I play Rockstar games.
Mhm.
It's not like it used to be like, oh, Ubisoft, this is in 2008. I was like, Ubisoft is my 100% jam. Like, anything that they made at the time was awesome.
Right.
Driver San Francisco. They had like a bunch of weird like artsy games like Child of Light and stuff. They were all like they were awesome on many levels.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna get into how I feel about them now. But Rockstar is just like I'm not a Rockstar person, but I will play those games.
That's, I mean, to be fair, it's a classic franchise.
Yeah.
Like, 5 has been around for well over 10 years, I think now.
I think it's almost 12 now.
It's almost 12. Almost the same age as
Yeah.
Quantum,
Yeah.
to put it in perspective. So, like, I'm on the same wavelength where it's like, I've played plenty of 5. I don't expect to get 6. Like, the second it comes out, I'm going to play it.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick it up at some point, but...
Yeah. I mean I said the same thing about Elden Ring. I was like, I'm not gonna get that right away. I don't need that game. I bought it 2 days after launch because I saw the hype. I felt it. I could feel it in the air.
I don't have a problem. You have a problem.
Yeah. I also today PlayStation just sent out their like annual wrap up, like their 2024 wrap up, and it told me that I had put 51 not hours, percent of my playtime for the year into Helldivers.
Shocker.
Yeah. More than half of my gaming time this year has been on a $40 game, which
Not bad.
to me says, you know what? That 5-hour game that's $15 that you think is really cool looking and it's an indie game and it's really exciting, go ahead and buy it. Because there are games where you can pay $40, get 150 hours out of, and the price differential, it makes up for it. It's like, well, I got enough hours out of this to like justify a bunch of other games. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I get it. That's like the gamer math of like,
Yeah, not that dollars per hour is like a good metric for game.
No, God, no. No.
For game value, whether or not a game is good, because Valhalla would be incredible.
Speaking of games too, did you hear Marvel Rivals just came out?
Yeah, I was interested in downloading it, but I know that I won't like the gameplay.
The gameplay?
Yeah.
It's like a Overwatch OG.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
not like 2, but
Yeah, no, I've heard it's not as good as Overwatch was, but it is better than Overwatch is.
yes. Yes. And Jeff the Shark.
Spicy too.
Yeah.
Jeff the Shark. I love him so much. He's a little shark. And yeah, he's my new hero now.
The art style is incredible.
It's fantastic.
I love it.
It's fun. It is, and it's free to play. I mean, you can't go.
I'll download it. I'll
you
try
can't
it.
go
I will
wrong.
try it.
Looping back to.
Yeah. Yeah. Are there any other questions about the boost boxes, or are we just going to talk about video games?
No questions. We do have one comment. Someone said, I must say the design for N7 Trench is amazing. Seriously, amazing job.
Thank you very much. We just actually, there is a small update on that. I just got the final production sample of those, which looks exactly the same as the pre-production sample. That's good. But really, they sent one, when production is basically complete on the Bolt, they send one just to check before they send the entire thing, so that in case there's like a label that's missing or something, I can tell them. But everything's there. It looks great. They will ship to us soon, and then they will start shipping out to customers
Perfect.
early January.
Now, this is to put you on the spot.
Yeah.
We still owe folks a look at the N7 Trench.
Oh.
So,
I'll
do
give
we
it
do
that.
that next week? Do we do that now?
Yeah. What do you think? Let's just do it right now.
Let's just do it right now.
Because it's right
Yeah,
there.
we'll do that. And I will just reiterate some of the Boost Box stuff while I'm just standing here, so I'm not just standing here while David's getting the jacket. Boost Boxes are out now, so if you want a Boost Box, it is like a curated mystery box. We curate it specifically to you. $300, you get $350 or more worth of product. $700, you get $800 or more worth of product. And yeah, going through middle of January. Back to our regular scheduled program.
Yeah. It feels so cool. It's so lightweight, but it
Yeah.
has like a nice structure to it.
Now, is this a different one than the ones in the photo shoot slightly? This is the production, the
This is the final production sample,
final.
which
final
means
one.
that the original production sample had the Fidlock logo
Yeah.
and this one doesn't.
And-
It wasn't intended to, but we had to use, because they had to produce the buckles without the logo on them.
Mhm.
We had to wait. So that pre-production sample just had the like stock model of the buckle.
Yeah, makes sense.
So there's one special one. I was like, make the buckles without what do you call it? The logo on them because they were upside down.
Yep.
Because they were facing this way. If they were facing this way, they would have been right side up because of the way they designed it, which I think is silly, but that's besides the point. Turns out there is actually a logo on here, but it's under the webbing and you'll never see it.
Never see it.
I was like, oh, he snuck that in there. But it's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because they're super sweet.
The magnetic buckles still give me every time. I've never seen that before, and so I was like, the first time I saw them, I was like, oh, what?
It's so cool.
It's so fun.
It's so cool.
A fidget toy on your jacket.
Yeah,
Quite literally.
truly. That's why I love the Shinobi.
Mm.
It's exactly that. I had actually had for over-ear masks.
Mm.
Had a little Fidlock buckle with two little pieces of strap and like snaps on them,
Mm.
so that it could
Oh,
pull it
gosh.
off your ear and up and make it a head strap. And I snapped that all day long whenever I took the mask off. So it's nice, convenient because I tend to need that.
Yeah, the little fidget. Oh yeah, I feel that. So it's nice having like all the little things.
Yeah. There's the N7 trench. Finally, totally forgot that we never showed it.
Yeah, we meant to, but production had to happen. So if we kept it,
Yeah.
y'all wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, we needed it to be at the factory.
Mhm.
Is there anything else we're missing?
No, just reiterating. I guess the next charity auction happens Monday.
So that's number 2.
Number
And
two.
then number 3 will happen after New Year.
Yeah, it's going to happen January 6th through 8th. So that one we're going to give a breather because people are gone on the holidays. Some of us will be gone. We know y'all are just focusing on holidays. And then we'll have one last charity auction right before the end of Boost Boxes. And then that way too, Boost Boxes end January 15th. So if you don't win the auction and you still want a Boost Box, you have a little bit of time to get yourself a Boost Box.
Yeah. Cool.
Got one question.
Yep.
Do you ship to Mexico?
We do ship to Mexico, barring any licenses that don't allow us to ship to Mexico. Most of them do, because most of the time we have North America. But licenses are the only reasons we aren't able to ship to a particular country. Those usually say on the product page whether or not or what the regions it's available in are. Yeah.
And of course, as normal too, I always tell people if you know you have a specific thing you want and you're like concerned about that, shoot us an email. We'll let you know directly if you have any concerns.
Yeah.
Mhm. Cool.
Great. Thank you all for joining us.
Yeah.
Nice to be here. Thanks for doing this with me.
Yeah, of course. And we'll be back next week for more live stream things.
Cool.
Yeah. All right, friends.
Right on.
Bye.
See ya. Have a good weekend.